now like all know about database a little bit, so you just explain what is the database according to you only.
Okay. So as I was saying, well, for examples, just a minute, sorry for the video. Okay. So that we'll say like Facebook. So to enter Facebook, we have to give a login ID and password. So just think that Facebook has to check that. And like us, Facebook has billions of users. Apart from that, also we upload all the pictures there. So according to me, DB is a structure. Actually, is a formatted structure where all the information of a particular user are stored in forms of tables and columns. I mean, all the information are stored in table in forms of columns and row.
Yeah,
So
I also know that kind of thing. I mean, the data we use for anything that is stored in a perfect structure, so that we can call that when you want that.
yeah, exactly.
So welcome to Rohit. Just turn on your camera first.
Okay, sir.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning,
So
sir.
so we just discussed about database. Okay, so actually we haven't started yet, so we just started discussion about database. So you know about database,
A little bit, sir.
so you just explain like what is database according to you.
Database is a place where all the data are being stored, which we means that much only, sir. Actually,
Yeah, it's totally fine. Like database is kind of a almirah, like everyone has one almirah, right, at your home. So where
yes, sir.
in that almirah, like there are like 3-4 racks over there. In those racks you just structure your like clothes, all those stuffs, and you just put over there as a store, and when you need you just take that data from the almirah and you just use it, and again you just get back to there. Like now you
Yes,
just
sir.
store one shari over there. Okay, now but now you want to change, like just replace that sari with your any pant or shirt, any t-shirt, some kind of thing. So this is kind of database. So in the database is kind of a almirah where you store your data. Okay, so when you need you can retrieve the data from the database. When you need you can write, you can read, you can update. Means there one popular term is there, that is CRUD operation. That CRUD means create, read, update, and delete.
Update, delete.
Yeah, so those 4 operations you can do with the database according to your requirement. Okay,
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
like Carlos example. Carlos gave one example about Facebook. So obviously what data you are like you can see on the Facebook, it means everything has stored in somewhere, right? So that is database. Like you have created one account on the Facebook. So Facebook takes some input from you, like your
Yes.
name, email, and phone number, all those
Date
stuff.
of birth.
Yeah,
Yes,
gender,
sir.
data, but all those stuff Facebook is taking from you, and it is stored somewhere, and Facebook is creating one account from you. So what is a creating account? That is, you guys already like you guys know about login system. Some of them
Yes,
like
sir.
some of you already designed that. So they like user will provide some information. So from the backend, what we will do, we will just store the data. So that is actually create account. And when that user will try to log in, that time again we are taking some information from the user, like login. For login we are taking email and password. Then we are matching that email and password is exist in the database or not, means that data is stored with us or not. If it is present, that means that is created. Okay, means that is our customer, you can say our user. So then we just logged in, means that user can log in with it. Then we can give the permission, you can do whatever you means, all the things. So there are 2 types of things. One is authentication, another is authorization. Okay, so what is authentication? Authentication means like without login in that Facebook, without login, you can change your password. You can.
No.
No.
So you
No.
can't. or you can you can see your means you can see your news feed, you can see your friend list. Those stuff you can't do
No.
without logging, right? So that those routes, I am talking about route means that URL I am talking about. So those routes actually authenticated routes. Authenticated means if anyone wants to use those routes, then that user should be logged in. Okay, that is authenticated. So those routes is authenticated, or you can say those features are authenticated. So without login, no one can access it. Okay. Another is
So authenticated features are authenticated. I mean, features are called authenticated.
Yeah, you can give like some features you have made for like e-commerce. For e-commerce, without authentication, you can see the product list, you can see the product specification, all those stuff you can do.
Nothing.
But for order, you need to be logged in. Without login, you can't order from Flipkart, Amazon, means from anywhere. You can't log in, means you can't order without login. So that order system is authenticated. You can say, right? Like you can order, you can cancel, you can pay, but before that you need to log in on the system. Otherwise, you can't do those steps. But without those, you can like you can compare those products. You can means you can see the specification of the product. You can choose everything. You can do. Those are without authentication. Means anyone can access. Those are public. So there are two types of routes. There are public and private. So private means authenticated. But in that public, in the private, two types are there: authentication and authorization. What is authorization now? Now authorization is like I am giving one example about e-commerce, like Flipkart, Amazon. You can say. So you ordered lots of things. So you know some orders is coming up from some seller. That you know or not? That is not coming from e-com like Flipkart owner or Amazon.
No.
That is coming from some seller, right? So, so you can assume that like if you are a seller, like Ishita is a seller and Sangeeta is a Facebook owner, no, sorry, Flipkart owner, or Flipkart system is provided by Sangeeta and Ishita is a normal seller and Amor is a customer. So Amor is try to buy a product via means Flipkart from Ishita, means from seller, right? So how Amor can buy? First, to see that, yeah. So first, Ishita will provide those product information to Sangeeta. Okay. Then Sangeeta will provide those information to Amor. Then Amor can see if Amor likes. Then Amor can contact to Sangeeta. Sangeeta will contact to Ishita, and again Ishita give the product to Sangeeta, and Sangeeta will give to the product to the Amor. Like that way, that chain system is working. Okay. So as a customer, Amor can create any product on Flipkart.
No.
Right?
No.
Because Amor is a customer, but Ishita can create a product on Flipkart. Right?
Yep.
So for customer creation or for buying a product, for both the features, that user should be authenticated, right? Means user should be logged in.
Yes.
Seller first login, then seller will create some product or give some product information. For Amor also, for customer also, the customer should be logged in first, then customer will buy some product, right? So, but middle via that medium should be like Sangeeta, like you can say Flipkart. So this is the authorization role. So customer is the one authorization role, seller is the another authorization role, and Sangeeta kind of admin, that is another authorization role. Understood? That is authorization. So there are some features, those will be like authorized. Like one example is product creation. Product creation can be happened by only Ishita, means only by seller only. Okay. And another type is like super admin, or you can say admin. That is, you can say Sangeeta. So Sangeeta is the admin of Flipkart, owner of Flipkart. So Sangeeta can do anything. Sangeeta can create a product, Sangeeta can buy a product, Sangeeta can delete any customer information, Sangeeta can delete any seller information, anything she can do. So this is another authorization.
But like when Ishita is creating a product in Flipkart as a seller, that means that authentication, like
Obviously,
there
then for
should
Ishita also
be some permission.
yeah, obviously that user ID and logged in, that user information I told na. That's why I'm taking up why I'm giving this example for database. For database, we are storing kind of one flag variable over there. Like this user is seller, or this user is customer, or this user is admin. Okay. So when someone is logged in, that time we are checking, okay, that is admin. Okay, so I'm giving that admin permission. Okay, that user is customer, so I'm giving to only customer permission. Like that we are managing. So everything is managed by the database.
Hmm.
Okay. What like you already means Omo, Shushmita and Vishal already like designed some UI. Those are only UI, means interaction with customer only. But from the backend, every data is coming from there. Okay. Means from backend we can decide, okay, this is the customer, so we need to share, we need to send those data on which actually for customer only, not for all. So you get it, you got it everything, right?
Yeah.
Now I am moving to MongoDB. So that database previously, not previously, now also that another database is means present in the market, that is RDB, means that relational database management system. Okay. I think you heard about that RDB,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
that DBMS, I already told what is DBMS. So why ARM? ARM is relational. So already I told, like in that Almeida, there are some racks. Okay. So
Yes.
in that database also there are some tables. Okay. I'm talking about RDBMS, not MongoDB. Okay. So
In
there are,
SQL.
yeah, I'm talking about in SQL. Okay. So in a database, there are some tables are there. So I am giving another example for e-commerce also. Like I have one table about customer, for customer. Their customer informations are there. The customer phone number, email ID, address, all those stuff. Okay. Another table is there, that is products. Their product information are there, means product name, product price, product description, specification, all those stuff. Okay. Another table is order. In that table, which customer, which product has ordered, that information is there. Got it? So there are three tables. One is customer, product, another is, last one is order. But those three tables are present in a database. That is, you can say like Flipkart database. But if you like imagine, like in that order table, there are some relations there between customer and product. Right? Means which customer is by which product, that is kind of relation. That relation is present on that order. Actually, another table is there, that is payment table. So for order, which payment method has happened, like card or UPI, all those stuff. You already saw, like when you were transacting some amount, they are providing one transaction ID. That ID is unique for everyone, for every payment.
Transaction.
Okay, this will be not be repeated. So that's why with the transaction ID, anyone can track the transaction. Means when it is happened, from which account, means to which account. So all those stuff. So this is kind of a relational in that order table, is maintaining the relation between customer, product, and payment in a single table. So that is relational. Okay. That relational is also present in the MongoDB. But there some difference is there with SQL and NoSQL. SQL means structured query language. Everything has structure, but in the NoSQL, the structure is nothing. You can say how you want. Okay, that I obviously I will give the example. So don't worry about it. I'm giving the example, that is NoSQL. Okay, so NoSQL is kind of it faster than SQL. Okay, and another big benefit is there. Last day also I told, there is vertical scalable and NoSQL is horizontal scalable. what is vertical, I'm just horizontal, I'm just giving one example. You know about Hulk, right? You know about Hulk. Hulk means I'm talking about the character.
Hulk.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Hulk, okay.
Yeah, Hulk. Understood.
Okay. So
Okay.
so this is the kind of an example. See, horizontal means like thousands of minions. Minions also you know about, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
So thousands of minions will do the work together for you. That is a horizontal scalability, you can say. Okay. And vertical means one big Hulk will do the work for you. So you can understand what will be the first step and what will be the more sufficient. There are thousands of minions are working, right? But here only one big Hulk. That is big. That is have too much power, but still it has some limitation, right? But if thousands
Yeah.
of minions are working, then they can spread, they can do teamwork. So lots of things they can do. So obviously thousands of minions is power than one big Hulk. So this is the
Yes.
difference between SQL and no SQL. Okay. So like you can see, this is the vertical scale that SQL is working like that way, and MongoDB is working like that. It's shared already. The host is shared, so it is like remember that shared ID. So according to that, it will fetch the data. This is the beside means this is the behind theory. Okay. So up to this, anyone have any question regarding database? Right. So you already got it. Relational database. That database. What is database? Okay. I think we can move to next part, right? So there are another link is there. You just join that link. Okay.
Okay. Sir. Okay, sir.
Like only MongoDB instruction I already gave, but when I'm
Okay.
giving the example about MongoDB, it will be more clear about this for you. Okay.
So we leave from this link.
Yeah. Go to the another link.
Okay.
Yeah, I think after 40 minutes it will expire, right?
Huh?
Yeah, after 40 minutes the link will expire.